Hello everyone, this is Lisa from laLa Wellness, and I have another yoga moment for you today that is all about bringing people together, whether that's in the classroom or in your home, in unity through sound. I had the pleasure of teaching a family class last week, and it was a huge class. There were like 25 to 30 moms all there with their toddlers and preschoolers. So as you can imagine, it was a pretty vibrant and chaotic, if I'm being honest, environment before we started. There were kids running and laughing and playing, and it was really beautiful. But I had a class to run. I had a yoga experience to provide. So I sat there and I was just like, how am I going to rein in these 30 toddlers and preschoolers so that we can get this yoga adventure started? And instead of sitting there and worrying and being like, oh my God, what should I do? What prop should I pull out? I started to sing. And there's this welcome song that I usually sing at the beginning of every class, and I just decided, you know what, let's just do it. Go into it and start singing. And after a couple of lines, and I'll preface this with, I am not a very good singer. I don't sound like a beautiful melodic angel or anything like that, but I went for it. And after a couple of lines, the room, it started to hush, and I saw these eyes start to turn to me, and I felt like a rock star in that moment. But what really happened was that the vibration of sound that I was creating through this song brought everyone to the same energetic level, even if just for a couple of moments. So in that moment, the power of sound was really, really present for me. And I feel like it's a really great tool that you can use too whenever you're trying to bring everyone's energy and vibe together. So a couple of other different ways that you can use sound to create this vibe is through something called a singing bowl. So I have this big, beautiful singing bowl here, and I'll just ring it so that you can hear it. And what typically happens is when you ring something like a singing bowl or a bell or a triangle or any kind of musical instrument that has that vibratory sound, it brings everyone into the present moment. So let's see how this one resonates with you. You ring it and you hear that vibration, and you almost feel that vibration if you're close enough to the bowl. And that sound alone just signals to everybody that it's time to transition into something different than what they were doing before they heard it. Another really cool practice that you can use that incorporates sound is humming breath or bumblebee breath. And it's a practice that sounds exactly like what it's named. So what I'll usually do is I'll instruct people to take their hands and place them over their ears so that they can really just hone in on that one sensory experience, just the sound. And if they're comfortable enough, I will get them to close their eyes too. And I'll say, we're gonna hum a song that everybody knows. So maybe it's the alphabet or happy birthday or whatever may be best for you or your class or your family in that moment. You know what your favorite songs are, so you can choose that. And it just goes a little something like this. And you can go on and on with the song for as long as you want to, and really just focus on feeling the vibration that's going on between your ears and feeling the vibration in your throat and hearing the sounds that are going on in your very immediate sensory experience, what's happening in your body. What's really cool is watching a group of 30 plus people doing this very seemingly individual practice with their hands over their ears and their eyes closed, but watching it bring them all together in that moment through the vibrations, through this harmony of sound. And it's a beautiful transition from one vibe and one experience to the next. So those three different tools, singing, a musical instrument, whether it's a singing bowl or a bell or a triangle or anything along those lines, and humming breath are three really beautiful ways that you can use sound to bring a group of people together and get them moving from the same place of vibration and sound. I hope that you've enjoyed this yoga moment. I hope that these three tools will prove helpful for you, whether it's in your classroom or in your home. And I'd love to hear about it if you do use them and they do prove to be exciting and helpful for you and the children that you serve. Thank you so much for sharing this yoga moment with me today. With love and light always, this is Lisa from laLa Wellness, and I'll see you next week.